A second chance, a tale of choices and redemption. Ada was the light of her mother's life, a bright girl with a promising future. Growing up in a small town in Nigeria, her parents dreamed big for her. They worked tirelessly to ensure she had every opportunity to excel. Her mother, Mama Ada, was particularly protective, often cautioning her against distractions, especially during her secondary school years. Ada, education is your key to freedom, Mama Ada would say. Focus now so you can enjoy tomorrow. But as Ada grew older, the whispers of freedom and the lure of rebellion became too enticing. In her third year of secondary school, she began to drift. Her friends introduced her to a wayward lifestyle, skipping classes, attending wild parties, and sneaking out at night. She was drawn to the thrill of it all, ignoring her mother's warnings. One evening, Mama Ada confronted her daughter after hearing rumors. Ada, what is this I'm hearing? You've been following boys around and going to parties. This is not the life we raised you for. Ada shrugged, rolling her eyes. Mama, I'm fine. Stop worrying. It's just fun. But Mama Ada was deeply worried. Seeing her warnings fall on deaf ears, she turned to her husband. You need to talk to your daughter. She's losing her way. Her father, Papa Ada, was a stern man, not one to sugarcoat words. He called Ada into the living room one evening. Sit down, he commanded, his voice firm. Your mother tells me you've been misbehaving. Ada, don't let these boys ruin your future. Do you want to end up with regrets? Ada barely listened. She nodded absent-mindedly, but her actions remained unchanged. Her life spiraled further as she spent more time with questionable friends and less time focusing on her studies. Months later, the inevitable happened. Ada discovered she was pregnant. The news hit her like a thunderbolt. She approached the boy she believed was responsible, but he denied it. It's not mine, he said coldly before disappearing from her life. Devastated and ashamed, Ada returned home. Her parents were heartbroken, but they refused to abandon her. Papa Ada, though furious, made a firm decision. You will carry this pregnancy to term, but you will not drop out of school. You'll finish your exams, no matter what people say. Ada was mortified. Facing her classmates with a growing belly was the hardest thing she had ever done. The whispers, the stares, the judgment, it all crushed her spirit. But with no other choice, she persevered. She walked into the examination hall every day, carrying the weight of her mistakes and the life growing within her. A few days after her final paper, Ada gave birth to a baby boy. Her parents, despite their disappointment, rallied around her. They provided her with the support she needed to care for the baby. But Ada could not ignore the 2 years she had lost, watching her peers move on while she stayed behind to pick up the pieces of her shattered dreams. Determined to rebuild her life, Ada studied hard and rewrote her senior secondary certificate examination, SSCE. This time, she passed with flying colors. Her perseverance paid off, and she gained admission to a university. At her matriculation ceremony, Ada stood proudly, her parents and young son in the audience. The road ahead would not be easy, but Ada had learned a hard lesson about choices and consequences. She vowed never to take her opportunities for granted again. Her story became a cautionary tale in her community, a reminder that while mistakes can derail a journey, determination and the support of loved ones can help anyone find their way back.